What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. In the Feds, well, the Fed cut rates today, whole half a point. You think that would be great for the market, right? Should see like record increases in the market today, but we didn't. I'm gonna talk about why, because we've seen this playbook before, and it doesn't end well.
For the longest time. Whoa. For the longest
Yo, Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet, Miley Percocet, represent, gotta
What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. I primarily talk about automotive stuff here on the channel. Every once in a while I will get into financial stuff because it does matter to me. I am an active day trader. I do invest a lot of my capital and money in the markets. And which, by the way, if you care about that stuff and you like to learn about real estate or want news and things of that nature about what's going on in the markets, you should definitely go check out Dan over at I Allegedly out of California. Love his content and what he does. And he's very informative, not biased. Love it. Anyways, so the Fed cut rates by half a point today. And you would think that the market would respond favorably, right? Well, I'm going to put this up here. So we can see, for example, on the Dow Jones, at the point of the rate cut, the market did love it. I think it went up as high as 370 something points positive. And then those of us that have been around and lived during 2008 went, wait a minute, this looks exactly like what happened in 2008. And when you really start looking at the numbers, right, the actual numbers, Americans right now have more outstanding debt in credit cards and auto loans, making the housing crisis in 2008 look small. Now, I know you're going to say, well, it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter, TK. They cut interest rates. People will be able to afford stuff again. They're going to make loans affordable again. No, you're not getting it. There's still no loans to be had. Yeah, they cut rates. That's great if you can get one of those loans. But like as I've said, without a significant amount of capital down, people are not getting auto loans. It's not happening. I've seen well-qualified customers, and that means people with over a 740 credit score, walk into, outside of going through somebody like, and I know because I know you're going to say it, outside of like Stellantis Financial or GM Financial, GM Bank, whatever, and subprime lenders like Santander's scumbag, and or Ally Bank and things. That's it, man. You're not getting great low interest rate premium loans unless you're going through the manufacturer. I know this because as somebody with really good credit, and when I want to buy a car, like as repos were going crazy and nobody was writing notes, I finance my car. If I buy a BMW, I go through BMW Financial, and still at a 3.9% interest rate, that's insane for me. I'm used to getting the 1.9s and the 0.9% interest rates. But what worries me now is the market. See, like, they had this, let me play this clip.
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shit. If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
I shouldn't laugh at old George, but that was funny. Fool me, you can't get fooled again. This cup, guess what I got right now? Stress. I could be proven wrong, but myself and many other financial analysts are holding back and going, wait a minute. Another prime indicator to tell you that things ain't good, when the people that have all the money start pulling out of their investments, and they try to do it quietly. I'll give you an example. Warren Buffett pulls out a BYD really heavy. He only owns about 6% left there, right? Sells tons of his Apple stock, cashes out in a massively cash positive situation. Why do you think that is? Do you think the Bill Gates of the worlds, the Warren Buffetts of the worlds are cashing out for no reason? No. I will say this. Elon is a gangster. Because Elon Musk ain't doing that. He's like, I'm going to ride or die with what I got. And I respect that. Might be stupid, but I respect it. From what I'm seeing now with the market indicators and from some of the things that are readily available, right? You can look at the numbers from 2008. You can look at the numbers from today, and they look very similar. So in 2008, the Feds cut rate. All right, when they cut the rates in 2008, I don't know, maybe it was a couple weeks into a month, we started to see the decline, right? And then you started to see banks started coming forward with their unrealized losses. They became realized. They started having realized losses. In the auto market, banks are very heavily leveraged with these unrealized losses. Now, what they've been doing, and I can tell you this because I know people personally that haven't made a car payment on their car loan in over 13 months and have never been reported on their credit report as a late payment because the banks don't want to recognize that loss yet. They don't want it to be realized. They're spreading these repos out quarter over quarter over quarter to try to make their losses not look bad. Still losses. They're just trying to make it not look crazy. And I don't know if they're doing that at the direction of the Fed. I don't know if they're doing it and what they're doing is legal. I couldn't tell you that. I'm not an attorney. But it's something that I'm seeing. I know several people that have cars that they haven't made payments on in over a year and have no late payments on their credit report. They know where the car is. They're not trying to come repo it. And that literally just comes to there's too many repos. Banks can't sell them anyway. And they'll consistently try to reach out, work with the customer, like put 12 months of payments on the back of the loan, give them a better interest rate, do a payment plan. Like banks are doing everything not to report these losses. And that's a problem. I hate seeing this because I remember what it was like. I was cash positive in 2008 when the market went belly up. And it's really kind of when I invested and got a lot of real estate. You know, people that have been around me or have known me for a long time, you know, they remember the nightclubs and the strip clubs and stuff in Miami. And yeah, I got all that stuff because the market went belly up in 2008. I bought the condo in South Beach. We got the nightclub and the cabaret club for pennies on the dollar. Everything was getting foreclosed on. Cash buyers only. Couldn't get a loan back then. And I did really good for myself just off of that real estate alone, never mind the businesses over those years from, 2009 until 2016, 2017, when we started selling those companies, selling those businesses. So you're going to say, well, TK, aren't you excited? Or don't you want to see the market crash? I don't. Because while I may be in a net positive position where, like, I don't have a bunch of debt, I don't have stuff that I have to worry about having to pay on, other people do. And if the market goes belly up, that means jobs go away, there's less money, harder to get money, can't get loans, can't make moves. And it just, all in all, sucks. The fun goes away, right? I mean, really think about it. After '08, like, yeah, people are going to do a few things. They're always going to pay their cell phone. They're going to pay whatever their online media is, so TV or whatever, right? And then they'll start making hard decisions. Do I eat food? People will literally pay their cell phone bill before they pay to eat. Kind of crazy. But I don't want to see those hard times again. But unfortunately, I think it's coming. And it's kind of a wake-up call. I told you guys, like, when I see stuff like this in the market, that I'd make you aware of it. Very similar to, I don't know, like a month and a half ago, where overnight we saw massive crashes of the market because of what was going on in Japan. And that's an indicator, very similar to what happened in '07 before the crash from '08. And I'm seeing the same things again with the market, to the point where I am very cash positive and precious metal heavy. And I don't mean like virtually, I mean like physical gold and silver. I do have cryptocurrencies. I don't give people financial advice. I'm not going to tell you what you should invest in and what you should do. But I definitely hold currencies from other stable countries in the world. And believe it or not, everybody thinks that the US dollar is like the most valuable currency in the world, and it's not. It's absolutely not. There's a few countries in the Middle East that have more valuable currency. Do your research on that. I hold a little bit everywhere, as you should as well. You should never put all your eggs in one basket. But anyways, looking at these graphs, looking at the market today, you would think the market has been clamoring for these Fed cuts for over 18 months now, right? They've been asking for this for like 18 months. And now it's here, and what happens? The market goes down instead of up. That is not a good sign. It really ain't. And it might be because they did a half point instead of a quarter point. Or even I guess we'll have to wait and see. But when I see like these leading indicators, and I look at, you can literally, if you get time, go to Google, look at what the market was doing in '08, right? Get the graph and overlay it with the market from this year. And if that doesn't scare the absolute S out of you, I don't know what to tell you. But there's a reason that you see the people that have all the money not in the market at the moment. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.